Brady now on first down. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Lance looking to throw it. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Point after try forthcoming. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
A good gain on first. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They hand this off to Harris. Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now a first down carry for Harris. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 41. To throw, it's Brady. Over the middle, that's caught by Claypool. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Brady now on first down. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. He'll buy some time right. Going for it all. And, that would get a wide-up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. Third down coming up. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Brady. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Isaac Yedem picks it. And the Niners will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well, and they took the shot downfield. They were more than prepared for that one.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
On 2nd and 7, Lance. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have an extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Lance now on 1st down. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Throwing on 2nd and long. Lance. And this is complete to Moore on the comebacker. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance. And it's intercepted at the goal line. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. the give. This is Harris. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. In his own end zone, it's Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley, and he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. From their own 2, Charles, they opted to throw it instead of run it. We saw the outcome.
And I think what a lot of teams count on is defenses to stack the line of scrimmage, trying to force a safety or force a turnover there. But if you've got a good defensive front, you just allow them to play the run, and everyone else stays ready. And they were, and they picked that one off.
Suddenly, it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Rondale Moore, his second touchdown on the season. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this?
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 30, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Lance. He's going to look deep for more. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. To throw, it's Lance. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
And Lance now to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. Nothing is the score after 1 on EA Sports. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's Lance to throw it. The quick slant caught. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. Here we go with McCaffrey. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. The extra point hits the left upright but goes through anyway. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Brady going to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the 49ers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And Lance going to throw. 3rd down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Throwing now is Lance. He finds his man, complete. That's more. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
From the 40 now on 2nd down, Brady. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try to put some points on the board.
Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Intended for Thaddeus Wallace. Incomplete. It's second down and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Again, it's Brady. He gets it complete to Harris. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 29-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Now Harris. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And behind the chains, second and 13. Here's Brady to throw. Quick slant finding Claypool. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Brady's throw on third down there is incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on fourth down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the first down. It's now first and goal.
They'll try to run with Harris. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll try and run with Harris. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is third and goal. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down.
With the way things have gone in this game, I think they've got to consider going for it here. I realize it's just the second quarter, so they're not panicking, but they need something to give them positive momentum to get things going.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. Fourth and goal from the 2. They'll go for it. It's Brady. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They're turned away on fourth and goal. And this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Brings up second and 8 at the 4-yard line.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
From just shy of midfield,
Lance.
he finds his man, complete. That's more. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 30.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And they're going to have a 3rd down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does. And we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job to protect.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Niners take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Wide open receiver, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good game and a first down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. On first down, Brady.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Brady.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Brady to throw again. Steps away to his left. And in for the Steelers touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead now down to 20. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. 2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And maybe shades of the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
Defense wins championships, baby. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Let's go one more. Kill. Turn up. Kill.
Lance looking to throw it. That finds Smith-Schuster. Nice grab.
And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball to cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
Now Brady. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation. would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brady. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Javon Kinlaw forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, it's Brady. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. Here's Fuller with a catch. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Brady now to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Play action. Now it's Brady. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Here's Brady. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Harris. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Boswell good with the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. What was once a really comfortable lead is not so comfortable anymore. Down to a 2-score game after they've seen a pair of touchdowns go against them on those last 2 drives.
Yeah, they've got to find a way to get off of autopilot right now, okay? Get back to what was working for them earlier. Understand that they still have a 2-score lead, so it's not dire, but at the same time, okay, guys, let's mash the gas. Let's get going again. Let's have some fun.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Now Lance.
Flush to his right. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Niners on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Off of play action, here's Lance.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you?
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Devin Bush. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And got his man complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play that time for Pittsburgh.
We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Now Brady gets away with one. Lucky, could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Brady.
That's swung out wide to Harris.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, it's Brady. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now Brady got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. They turn it over.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, what are they, about 95% chance of winning it?
I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Let's go, team. It's gonna be a long day.
Here's Lance to throw it. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the jet sweep, here comes Moore. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
Watch QB jump.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
You're not ready. You're not ready.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. He's going to look deep for Moore. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Check, 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 check.
And Lance going to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Flag comes in. This might be and he's going to go down, but a penalty marker too, and they might very well have jumped the snap there. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
And they'll go for it. Lance.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Brian Poole. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down.
And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Brady going to go on 4th down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Into the red zone, it's Brady. This is caught. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 90% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flushed out right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
On 3rd and long, it's Lance.
Got some real estate inside the 30.
And he is going to have a Niner down conversion.
But, Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit. They were